Today's session, we want to dedicate to reflect back the whole coaching journey, how much she has come, what she has learned, what her takeaways are.
The belief that I was not enough, that I was not able to do make anything work. Like it was just like I didn't feel like I was gonna get anywhere. Like I just felt like stuck.
So you transformed the belief from I'm not enough to I am enough. And what would you say in your work, but also in your personal life and in every area of your life? What's the result of changing this belief into the positive version? Hi everyone. Today I'm here with Melissa again, and I'm very excited to see how she is. And today's session, we want to dedicate to reflect back the whole coaching journey, how much she has come, what she has learned, what her takeaways are, what more she needs. And I hope everyone who is watching this video can get also a lot out of this video. And now my time is all yours, Melissa. How are you?
Hi, Monica. I'm good, thank you. I'm really
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, thank you for being here with me today again. And as I just said, today's session, I really want to take time to conclude the work we have done together. So, in our coaching session so far, what have you learned? Where have you gone? And with your permission, I would like to dive into that a little bit.
Sure. Well, honestly, it's been an amazing journey. Like I see how much of growth has happened between the first session till now, and it's only been like maybe like four. Um, Honestly, I feel like very confident to take on action. I actually started doing my videos. I started a TikTok video, and it honestly reached like over like 400 people, and I'm still
Oh,
getting
wow.
likes from it. Very simple video, like I was just at the beach and something came up in my mind of the power of repetition, like when you say stuff to people and then you keep saying it, how you can that you're able to manifest it after. So I did like a little bit of content on that. I used my own words, but I use also a little bit of chat gpt to kind of enhance it more in terms of tags and stuff. It happened to reach like maybe about like 500 people, and I'm just like, wow, like this is amazing. So um yeah, like I feel like I've like gained so much from this past
Mm.
coaching sessions, and I really
Mm.
appreciate it. I feel like I'm just ready to take on and just ready to like, just take on action and just keep going at it. And yeah, I feel very proud of myself as well.
Oh, that's really such a great outcome, and I'm so happy. And that's the most important thing, that you feel proud of yourself, because what you say to yourself is the most important words that you will ever hear. If you feel proud to yourself, if you say to yourself, "I'm proud of myself. I've come so far," that's way more important than I or anyone else from outside would say this. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And what I would like to do now is look back at the very first session we had, because what you now said is that you're so confident, you take action, you even recorded a video which had also amazing results, but you just went out there. And remember, the first time when we spoke in the very first coaching session, you were struggling with procrastination, and you said you want to build up a social media, but you were hesitant, and you said you were procrastinating. And look how far you have come. And remember, we did the ladder of looping thoughts, which was like changing the wording, I procrastinate, I don't do it. And then you felt low, and then you didn't take any action, and you changed it. You changed it into something positive. And my question is, how did this tool work until now? Did you practice it in your mind? Did you write it down, or
Yes, I practice it a lot because obviously, like, looping thoughts, they're always gonna show up, and like, like, in reality, to sabotage your progress. Like, it's gonna be like a normal human thinking and a thought, like, thinking. And but like, I try to always be like, okay, yeah, like, like, yeah, I'm thinking this, but let's change it and just keep pushing through, not so much stay in the thought and and feel like bad or anything. So just like keep pushing through, because they are still going to show up. Like, they're just part of life, right? And you just have to take it, accept it, and just like learn that it is there, change it, and then just move on, not stay in that moment. So I honestly, yeah, like, I just keep pushing through everything, because obviously things are going to come up. And I think that's just how it is, right? Like, I just don't think about it so much. I just keep doing it, and until it becomes like something natural. So that's what I
Mm.
thought. I was like, I'm just going to keep doing it. I think it'll become something natural, until maybe opportunities open up, right? Because, like, I looked back at the video that I did. Like, I used TikTok this time. I found TikTok is like a really good way of marketing yourself. It's like more innovative. Like, you can just put out content. I noticed like how much engagement I had. Like, people were liking it, and I'm just like, and people that I don't even know who they are, right? So I was thinking, I'm like, okay, this is my first video, which wasn't that great. But if I keep doing it and practicing and doing it and doing it, you don't know what opportunities might arise from that, right? Or how good I will be able to get. And I think it's just about, like, yeah, a lot of thoughts came into my mind where I'm like, oh, this is not good enough. I'm not gonna post it. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm gonna delete it. And I'm just like, who cares? I'm just gonna post it. Whoever sees it, like, it's just my first video. So I do want
Exactly.
to also see my progress from the first video, until I keep doing it and getting used to it, and getting persistent at it. So yeah, it's just something
It's
that you have to
amazing. And
do.
thank you for sharing this, because what you just said, it's just so great. And because when you had these thoughts like, oh no, I should delete it, I don't do it,
Yeah.
what you said is you just said, no, I'm just doing it. So you changed your thought, and
Yes,
that's
yes.
why you did it. And that, and how did you feel then?
That's right. Yeah, I could have just been like, "Oh no, I'm just gonna keep doing it until it looks better, until I get better." But it's just like, I thought, I'm like, I'm just gonna post it, and then who's gonna look at me? I don't know. There's gonna be some strangers looking at me that I don't know who they are, but like, the content is gonna get there. And like, I've had so many likes on it, and it's on it, and I was like reading off the script that I had, because I was like, it's I want to I didn't have the mindset to just like do it out of the goodness of my heart, like, just for, like, naturally. So I wrote it down. I was like, it's my first one, I'm going to write it down. But then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, what I could do better. And I was like, maybe I could just like say things that like, organically, without reading off the script, and just like make it like natural instead of reading off the script. So that's what I'm gonna try next. That's gonna be my next thing. Like, just try to like
Amazing.
feel confident, and like just talk it out, and just see how it goes out, and then just post it, and then learn from that, and keep doing it.
And that's beautiful. And look at that growth mindset you have developed, instead of
Yes.
thinking, oh, it was bad and you can do better, which
Yeah.
is a big mindset. You just use it and look back and say, that's great that I did it. I'm
Mhm.
proud that I did it. And now, what can I learn from this experience? Because the most important thing when we do something is what we learn about it. Because that's how we get better and better. And the next video will be so much better, and the next will be better, and then it will be better, because that's how we learn. That's how we
That's
learn
right.
by doing.
Yes.
And that's
By doing it.
amazing.
Yeah.
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 And what I also um, feel like, and correct me if that's wrong, that you feel now more like already doing in the flow? Because remember the second session when you came and you said, yeah, you feel so overwhelmed, there's so many things to do, you don't know what to do, and you felt this gap between where you are now and your future, where you want to be. And then we did this future visualization where you had then this beautiful feeling where you felt so fulfilled and accomplished. And what do you think? What has changed towards this feeling of overwhelm?
I feel like I just needed clarity. That's why I was so overwhelmed. And the coaching sessions really helped me out to find clarity of what I need to do next. As I was mentioning to you, I'm very like action oriented. Like I need to do stuff in order to learn stuff. Like that's just how I learn in life. Even if I fail, like I know I'll, like I know I gained something from that experience, and I've always been that type of person. Like always a risk taker. But like you said, like you said before, looping thoughts, they always come to you, and I feel that, yeah, like I pretty much have progressed so much and have like change my mindset to what, like, feeling overwhelmed, yes, but like, you can't just stay in that feeling overwhelmed. You just need to keep going, right? So by
Mm.
taking action and by what I did lately, I felt accomplished. I really did. I felt like, okay, it was just one video. It doesn't matter. Like it was only one video, but I felt like I have accomplished so much. I was like, wow, like I actually did it like this time, right? I didn't think about it so much. When am I gonna do it? Like I'll do it tomorrow, like, I just did it, and that made me feel like very like confident, and just like just yeah, just taking action in general for me is what it is. Like that it's
Mhm.
gonna get me to where I want to be.
Amazing, yeah. And what you said, this feeling of accomplishment. Um, Remember when we did this future visualization, you tapped into that feeling which was around your heart, and you felt this accomplishment, it felt so good. And you had these tears of happiness when you felt it because it felt like you were there already. And
Yes,
now you say what you are doing feels so accomplished. And I'm not surprised by that, but I want to acknowledge how you apply this in your everyday life. And I really want to congratulate you for that, for
thank
taking
you.
on these things which we have discovered together, and you immediately take it and apply it, because that's the most important step. Like, not the knowledge and the tools and the techniques are just that, knowledge, tools, and techniques. But they don't do anything if we don't apply them. And
That's
that's what I
true.
hear you say that you did. So really congratulations on that. And this is something really, really important. And you see the results. You
Absolutely.
made it. Amazing.
Yes, yes. From like the first session, like to now, like I have more clarity of where to go and what to
Mm.
do. Yeah. So I'm in the process also of like building my website. I have somebody contacted me to help me build my website, so I'm doing that. Like I'm working on the logo. So yeah, little steps, like, that I'm just planning to take. Obviously, like my main focus is to do the RTT. So I was thinking maybe to outsource some people, find people that can help me out to build a website, to maybe help me create with the social media aspect, all the marketing, digital marketing stuff. I was thinking of that if I don't have the time to actually put the effort on it. Like obviously I have to, my main focus is just the RTT. So we'll see. Yeah, those are the next steps that I have in mind. We'll see how that
That's
goes.
amazing. That's amazing. And in our last session, remember that you came up with possible niches. So you already know what you want to try out for your niche, what you want to start with. And you said you want to work with veterans and you want to work
Yeah.
especially with relationships,
Yes.
like, because they feel disconnected, obviously, with all the trauma and stuff. And then we tapped and asked the why behind the why. Why is this so important? Why is this so good? So why does it resonate so much with you? And you then say this is because you went through the same. You know how it is to feel disconnected and all this anxiety and stuff.
Yes.
And what would you say? What what changed? What shifted in that direction when you came in that session, the last session? You didn't know quite where to go, and you wanted to get a niche. So where are you at with that?
Yeah, I still think that's a good niche. I think that in the relationship area, I would like to really work on, just because like you did say before, like do you resonate with it? And I do resonate. Like I've had like, some relationships that have not been that great, and I think I took a lot away from it, and I healed a lot from it, from those relationships, that I'm able to like offer something of value to everyone. So anything in the like relationship like niche will be amazing to work on. Obviously, I'm not closing my doors down to other niches, because like I want to learn from a little bit of everything, right? But I think that will be one of the key areas for me to work on right now, and offer value for others. So
Yeah, that's beautiful. And yes, of course, when we niche in something, it doesn't mean that we say no to everyone else, but
exactly.
it's just that we can target a specific group, which makes it also easier to get our message out if we address them with
Yes.
relationship, whatever it is. But it doesn't mean that we close our doors for everyone else, but it's just a little bit more focused and channeled towards one group. And so also this you have solved with a lot of work, self-work, and work to take the next step. So there are a lot of things you did and a lot of things you accomplished in only these few weeks we worked together. And what do you think were the biggest limiting beliefs that you could let go in the time, in our coaching time?
That I let go, or yeah, that I let go, right?
Mhm.
Mm. Maybe the belief that I was not enough, like that I was not able to do make anything work. Like it was just like I didn't feel like I was gonna get anywhere. Like I just felt like stuck. And that's just, I think the belief that I formed was like, I'm not enough to do this. I'm not enough to start this, right?
And
Um,
how has this transformed or did
Oh,
it
well,
transform, or how is it now?
absolutely. Yeah, no, I feel like that's just a belief that I formed, and that belief it's like crushed already. Like I felt like I am enough, I can do it. Like I feel confident to do it. That's why I did that video, because I was like, well, you know what? Like I said, like who cares who looks at me? I don't know these people. So I was like, whatever, just do it. So that gave me a lot of like self-esteem, and I was like, wow, I felt, once I did that, I was like, yeah, I am enough, I can do it. Like it doesn't matter if like who's gonna see it or how many people see it. The value is there, the content is going out, and whoever watches it, that's good. Like, and whoever likes it, it's even better, right? Better for me. So yeah, like that belief, obviously, that doesn't serve any purpose on my life anymore. I feel like, yeah, I like overcame that, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep pushing through.
Amazing. Yeah, congratulations on that. And so you transformed the belief from I'm not enough to I am enough. And what would you say in your work, but also in your personal life and in every area of your life? What's the result of changing this belief into the positive version?
I feel like I am worth everything that happens to me, every good thing that happens to me. Like I don't like to feel that I'm not worth I used to be the type of person that I used to, when something good happened to me, I'm like, oh, do I really deserve this? And it's just like, I don't like to feel like that. I like to feel that, yes, I do deserve this. This is happening to me. This is, I'm welcome to receive whatever goodness is happening around me. Like, I feel like I am worth receiving good things, right? So that really changed my mindset in terms of like not feeling that I'm not worth it. I am worth it with every kind of aspect of my life, even like relationships. Like I do receive to have a good part. I am worth to have a good partner, right? I deserve a good partner. I deserve good things. So instead of feeling like I don't deserve them, I do, like, I change that mindset to I do deserve it. So that makes me more like take that makes me more towards taking action to what I want, because you're not like in that victim mindset where you're like, oh my god, no, like, this is not happening to me, because people stay in that mindset a lot, like, oh, this is not happening to me, but why, like, I'm not worth it, like, so I just don't dwell on it. I just like be like, yeah, of course I'm worth it, I'm gonna do it, like, I'm gonna get there, but obviously there's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm gonna get there. So it's just about
Yeah.
believing in yourself. So eradicate the belief of I'm not enough, to actually believing in yourself, and like just like create that like self-love, right? I think that's what like people lack on when they don't have this belief of like I'm worth it. Like it's just like self-love, like like you can't expect other people to love you if you don't love yourself, if you don't feel it in you, and that like comes to show in your daily life. So you gotta really work on yourself, believe in you, love yourself, do give you the care, like what you don't expect that from the outside, just give yourself that care that that you need, and just take action to whatever you want to do in life, because I think that's just what matters.
Exactly. Yeah. And what you now just told me, all these positive transformations you did from I'm not enough to I am enough, from self-thought to self-belief, from not now even loving yourself more. And this transformation, that's what you went through now, is a gift you have within you. You can share with every one of your future clients. And that's such a gift, because we can learn all these tools and techniques, but what they learn from most is our experience when we went through that. And then they can connect with us, and then they can really resonate with that. And that's
Mhm.
when we speak from our heart to theirs instead from our mind to a mind. And that's something really amazing, that you could experience this shift and transformation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you mentioned already some things, but I really want to dive in there because it's so important to praise ourselves. And I want to hear from you. What are the things you're really proud of that you accomplished or you changed or you did? Just let's, with your permission, dive into that a little bit more. What are you proud of you did?
Well, compared to like how I started, like when I enrolled in the RTT program, um, I was just so full of anxiety, and I was like, it was like really like, yeah, so full of anxiety and like fear. It was so fearful to change to something that I didn't know, what it was. Like I obviously read about it, but I was like, oh, am I gonna like it? Is this gonna be for me? This is all because like I felt like I've struggled before to find things that I'm passionate for. Like I don't know, it's been a struggle, and it's obviously like I did a hypnosis on that too, and I came to the realization that it's because like during my childhood my parents struggled a lot, so I felt like I carried on that struggle, and I felt like, oh wow, like I have to struggle for everything. And in reality, once I realized that like that's a limited belief that I created. um I then started switching my mindset and being like what I'm telling you, like I am worth having good things. So when I say that, like, and that's when like I talk about the first TikTok content was the power of repetition. It's like after I eradicated that belief of struggle, I started saying, I'm worth everything. I can get it. It's easy. It flows easy for me. Like, like I started doing that repetition in my mind. Um, and then things are starting to unfold easier, because I think that was very engraved in my life, that I was like, wow, I'm never gonna like push through. So obviously from the beginning and like all this like inner work that I've done, I feel like I've like grown so much, and I feel so confident now. I go into like the virtual classes, or I go into like the tutor sessions, and I'm just participating, and I'm just like saying things, even if they're not right. I just like say it. I don't think it anymore. I just say it. And if like I'm wrong, like whatever, like it's an open space for you to learn. So I'm more like confident in that sense, because I used to overthink everything, get very nervous and anxious to like give my opinion. Didn't feel that I was worth like giving my opinion, because I was not gonna be heard. Like, so like, right now I feel like I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm just gonna be me. And if you don't like it, I mean, I don't care.
And why don't you care about if others like it or not?
Because like I don't care what other people, like I stopped that mindset of like what are people gonna think about me. It was like so hard to just like like stop my mind from self-criticism. It was really hard
And what is
before.
there instead? What is there instead now, instead
I
of the
was
self?
I was like, well, I'm gonna just like, what's the worst that can happen? I don't care. I don't care what people think about me. So I kind of like broke free from that. Like I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. Like I'm gonna break free. Like I don't care what you think about me. Like, or what others are thinking about me. I'm just gonna say it. So I broke free from that self-criticism and self-sabotage. Obviously, I still
Mm.
have it here and there. It comes in, like, like self-sabotage, like I tell you, like it happens to everybody, and it's gonna keep
Of
happening
course, we
until
are
you
humans.
you
Yeah,
reprogram your mind and learn
yeah.
how to like, get out of it. But like, but that self-criticism actually just not there. Like, so the what from when I started, when the first virtual class, where I was like panicking and I was like so nervous, and to like what I am right now, it's like a massive shift, a massive shift.
Amazing. So you broke free from self-criticism and from being dependent on other people's opinion or caring too much what other people say, because you changed your internal dialogue. You grew so much. You did so much inner work. You're so confident, and you have now this self-love. You're way more secure, and that's what allows you to not care about other people's opinion, because you're good. I'm enough, no matter what. And
That's
that's
right.
amazing.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. And so that's a huge shift. Some people need a lifetime, and sometimes a lifetime is not long enough in order to reach that you have reached now in in just a short period of time. So I really want you to take the time, and maybe we can do this now a little bit together, to really go into this feeling. When you think about all this, you grew so much. You did your first video. You, instead of procrastination, you just move forward. You have way more clarity. You know what the next steps are. You're working towards even a website. You're working towards building a business. You're very confident in speaking up in front of a group. How does that make you feel now?
Lots of, yeah, like I feel accomplished. I feel like I have accomplished a lot. Obviously I need more, like I need more to be able to feel that way. But I feel like I've done so much work, um and to be where I am right now, that I feel like that it's the right place for me, and I feel very accomplished and happy that I got to really work this out and have more clarity and have done a lot of inner work, because I think that's what I needed to push through life and feel more confident about myself. Yeah, I
Amazing.
didn't
Yeah.
have that confidence when I first started at all. I felt like insecure. There was so much insecurity in me. It was unbelievable how much insecurity I had. Um, and it was funny because a lot of people, or a lot of my friends, they're like, "Oh my God, you look like you're like so confident. You look confident." But deep inside of me, this confidence that was radiating, yes, it was there. But deep inside of me, I was this insecure person. I'll shy away from like risk taking and stuff like that sometimes, even though like I would do certain risky stuff. I would like it was just like a battle in my mind, like, no, I shouldn't do it, yes, no, no. And I'm just like, now I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and that's it. Like
Mm.
the outcome will speak volumes. And yeah.
Yeah. So if you're so secure that you're more taking risks, and that's so
Yes.
necessary if you want to reach something. If you want to grow, we have to take risks. We have to expand. We have to go outside our comfort zone.
Yes.
So that's amazing. There's so many things you can be proud of and you can celebrate. Like, because we always look when we go on the mountains up where we have to go. And of course, as you say, there are still a lot of things to do, like we all have. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's so necessary. We go up the mountain that we stop and we look back how far we have come, how high we are already, and what we have
Yes.
done and accomplished with our work, with our investment. So
Yes.
that's really so important. And we often forget that. We often forget to take time to pause and just
Mhm.
celebrate how far we have come. Just being proud. Just saying, oh, wow, this is how far I've come, this and that. And then once we start to make a list to write down what we have accomplished, oh my God, then we come from one thing to the other. And if you
Mhm.
like, I would like to invite you to really make this physical list, to write down all the accomplishments you did from the beginning when you did the first step towards your RTT journey until now. What have you accomplished? And you can bring in there all the big and the small achievements, everything you have reached within yourself and outside, every step you took, every little thing you have accomplished. But don't forget your internal development, like also
Mhm.
what everything you told me today, like from insecurity to taking risks,
Yeah.
from feeling not enough to feeling enough. Write all this down and then see how you feel when you do that. And you will be surprised how many things will come up.
That's, yeah, I will definitely do that. That's amazing. Oh, yes.
So great. And when you think about our coaching sessions, what were the things you enjoyed most during our conversations?
Mm, I think the exercise of the looping thoughts was amazing. That gave me a lot of clarity. And also the visualization was beautiful, because that really got me to connect with my future self. And
Mm.
yeah, it's so nice to have some clarity of where you see yourself in the future and be able to connect to the future, even because like, yeah, it was just like such a good feeling to have that. So those two tools were really amazing. Very,
That's so
very, very
great. So
amazing.
good to hear. Yeah, and you
Yeah.
you said already that you do the ladder of looping thoughts, even though maybe you not always write it down. But when you told me about the video, you already switched your thought from
Mhm.
maybe I should delete it into no,
Yeah.
just do it, and that's amazing. And regarding the future visualization, don't forget it's there always for you
Yes.
whenever you want, and practice it often. Go back, make a little vacation in the future and tap
Yes.
into that feeling.
Yeah.
And you,
Yesterday I was actually tapping into it again, because I had like a period of like when am I gonna start making money, like, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna tap into my future self. And I kept like bringing up the memories from the visualization into my head, so that I can connect and be like, you will get there, right? Like, you will get there, just relax, take it easy.
And how did you
So
feel afterwards?
I feel great. Yeah, I would, cause like I need to do that a lot. Like I'm very. I also I'm a daydreamer. I would say, like, I like to daydream a lot. So I think visualizations for me are just amazing. Are an amazing tool. Like you said, like they just connect. You just connect with that, and it works. It really works. Yesterday I was feeling like that. I was like, okay, I need to connect. So I brought little like episodes from our visualization into my mind, and then I started being like, okay, I'm feeling better, I'm gonna get there, it will happen, right? Because like I said, self-sabotage, it just comes into my mind a lot, and I'm just like,
Well, we
how do
are
I
all
get rid of
humans.
this? Yeah, how do I
Yeah,
get rid of
and
this?
remember, this is how mind works. Our mind wants to keep you safe. So that's the most important underlying rule. And for that, there are some rules of the mind, like the one you said, very important. The mind learns by repetition. Of course, we sabotage ourselves sometimes, but it's not about that. It's about recognizing it and then actively changing it, changing the thoughts, changing the story we tell ourselves. And it's okay when we sometimes have a low day, when we feel low, but you applied again, congratulations on just taking on the tools I just gave you, or not only me, but everything you learn, you really apply it. And this is the most important step in a coaching journey. Not the coaching when we talk, but what you do with it.
That's right. Yeah,
And that's so
absolutely.
amazing. And you also mentioned you daydream a lot. And
Mhm.
some people are more visual, some not, or say they are not so much. I'm also a very visual person, and that's a gift. And we can use it because when we just let the daydream go and we don't pay attention, it can happen when we are in
Mhm.
a negative mood that it goes into worry. But when we know, first of all, we are very visual, which is a gift. And we know by default our brain goes to the negative because it wants to protect us. Then we
Yeah.
can actually, okay, I daydream, I love it to daydream, but I choose, I'm the boss. I take on the steer and I'm not an autopilot. And then we can actively choose, like you did so wisely yesterday, using the power of visualizations to change your brain chemistry, to change your body, to change your frequency, and to get clarity, because you can always ask your future self, and that's the best coach for you that there is.
That's
It's
true.
your future self. It's
Of
everything which
course.
is within.
That's
So that's
very
amazing.
true. Yeah. No, it was amazing. It was amazing to have been connected again to that experience.
That's so great. And is there anything you think we didn't cover in our coaching sessions? Anything you would like to maybe look at more, or
I Nothing comes up into my mind right now, to be honest with you, because I think you really focus on what needed to kind of like what I needed to work on a little bit, like, based on what I told you. But like I said, maybe things will come up later on, but I don't know. I think you were what to up to the point where I wanted to take action. I got what I wanted from the coaching session. Clarity, I had more clarity, obviously, and more inner work I had. So I think it was very, 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 very good. What other I would think that I could also work on? I don't know. I think that will be a little bit more on the business side of the business side of the program once I'm done. But as of right now, I think that a lot of the inner work has been done, and I think that's good. It's been great. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm happy to hear that. And whenever comes something up, you can just reach out and then we
For
see
sure.
where
Yes.
I can help you.
Yes.
And yeah, so what would you say altogether about the coaching program we did together? What's your conclusion? What's your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is honestly, everybody should have coaching. Everybody should have a coach that looks after your goals and your actions. I think it's a great way of having clarity towards what you want to do and towards your goals. And yeah, like I think it was an amazing tool to have in your life. Everybody should have someone that makes you think outside the box and makes you get out of your comfort zone. So yeah, my biggest takeaway is, yeah, if you can get coaching, do it. Seriously, it's amazing.
Thank you. And I also have to say, it was really a pleasure to work with you because you worked so hard on yourself, with self-love. And it was really a pleasure to see you grow and to be a part in your journey. And yeah, it's just amazing to see how you implemented everything, like I said before also, because that's the most important. And that you now have tools for the rest of your life, which you can use without needing me or another coach to apply. I mean, it's always good to have a coach, but they are not always next to us. So the
That's
most
true.
important thing
Yes.
is that we take these tools and apply it in our everyday life, in every situation, whenever we struggle and whenever we do, now when you have negative thoughts, oh, I change it because I'm the
That's
boss.
right.
When you
Yes.
feel negatively, you go back to the thought and then you change the thought and then you will feel better. And like you said before, what you do when you feel like you don't know where you are, you go to the future, ask your future self, go into that feeling. So congratulations, and really I'm so proud of you. It's amazing to witness your growth.
Thank you, Monica. I have a lot of gratitude to have met you and even like do these coaching sessions with you. Was I took a lot out of it, and I feel like, yeah, I can do a lot. I can do a lot, and it's been I've learned so much from you too, from all the techniques that you've shown me. So I really appreciate you taking the time to show me that.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much.